Sneak dissing, we don't see the competition. I drop off a ransom note that your art is missing, nigga.
Pay us in full with the money, or she gon' get her fingers clipped off like Lil Sonny,
M.Reck TV. Peace. Y'all know the M.Reck room etiquette. Pound that like button. This is Heavy Gems. I got my brother Talib in the building. Talib, how you feeling, good brother?
I am magnanimous. Greetings and salutations.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Salute.
So, yeah, I was thinking, because, we have a tradition of starting it off with a method to give everyone. And I do really promote and hope that people do take these methods and go look into them. The founder of that is Lester Levinston, and his individual that went on and took the Sedona method to another level and created a structure out of it is Hale Dwalskins. And yeah, it's a beautiful thing. And today I myself was in a meditative state and just looking at some of the methods and applying them. And I thought today would be a good day to use one about letting the light of consciousness in. And the reason I felt that was a really good one for today was the fact that for myself, from my own experience recently, there has been a lot of transformative and contrast that has been presented in my 3D reality that contrast my inner desires. And that only comes due to a belief that I have that there is something missing, that something isn't whole or complete, or there's something I need to do in order to make it so. When I am the awareness and that which is all things, and there is truly nothing to be done or nothing for us to do. So while I was doing this particular practice, I was able to let that light of my consciousness awareness in, and it really just helped a lot with many things that my mind was attempting to bring to my awareness. So I thought I would share it. So in this moment, just be what you are and be what you are and be what you are. And allow yourself to focus in on a situation, inward or outward, where you feel there's contrast or darkness or despair. And then allow yourself to look into that, past the surface. Allow yourself to experience and see all of the moving parts and all of the things that are happening that are causing it to be, and move beyond it. And allow yourself to welcome that light that's right there beneath the surface. Allow yourself to welcome that awareness. Allow that light to wash over your problems, over that darkness, and feel its space. And if you have doubt about that light being there, could you in this moment, just for now, let that go? Would you let it go? When? and welcome that light in its place. So once again, allow yourself to focus in on that despair or that situation once again. And allow yourself to look past and beyond the surface of it. And right beyond the surface is a light. That light is your awareness. Allow that light to fill in, to fill inside of you and outside of you and project itself. And if there is any doubt of that light in this moment, just for now, could you just let it go? Would you let it go? When? And would you allow that light, that awareness that's always there to fill its place? All right, and that's the welcoming technique of letting the light of awareness in. I would suggest you go look into that further if you like. I feel great. It's a good way to just let a lot of that stuff wash away, wash over you, and let that welcoming light of your awareness back into its position, because all this is meant to serve you. And when you let that in, it becomes clear. And that's what I wanted to share, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I feel good.
Correct. Correct.
So
So,
where would you like to begin?
um, we can begin. We can begin with the links I sent you. It's on you. Let me see. I gotta go through the Hold on one second.
Well, one thing I'm really anticipating for tonight is some people that's been practicing to call in and to share their experience with all of us on how these techniques have helped and brought prosperity into their environment. And also, if there's, I'm ready to open the lines up because I'd like to know where people's head is at. I'm not, my mind, just to let everybody always know, like my mind is never dwelling in the realm of all the things they want me to know. A lot of my time is spent on my own creative thoughts and energy.
Correct.
So when people call in, it's a good opportunity for me to see where people are and what they would like to hear about or talk about. Because for me, I'm just going to go back to how great you are, right? How to use the power of your thoughts and mind to your advantage so you can get out of this world the things you want to gain, and maybe share some things with you that can enhance your life and maybe enhance the ones around you, such as your family and other people that you care for. So that's where my mind is at. So it's always sometimes like to me to open the line to see where people at, because I'll just go down that road.
Well, I just put the number in the chat room. It's on the screen. Call us up 310-598-2974. You wanna call up, speak to Talib.
Also, another thing is at some point, if it goes a certain way, I'd like to share the silver method again and give everybody the 3-2-1 method in order so they can always have that basic playing field of the mind so they can use it for whatever they feel necessary.
Yes, sir.
We going into a new year. My whole thing is, here are the techniques. Here's what to do. Why sit around and tell you all about the things they're doing that you can do nothing about from the perspective in which it's being explained to you, right? Where are the tools necessary for you to do something about it? That's what I would prefer to spend the time doing, sharing the tools with you about what you can do. And one of those tools is the silver method. This is a very powerful method and to enter an alpha state in order to commune with the subconscious and even place your own programs in order. So you're not running off the programs of others.
Facts. My brother, I gotta take an emergency call. Just hold it down. Do what you do. I'll be right back. All right?
Okay.
All right.
Well, I guess since he's stepping away, I guess I'll go ahead and share that silver method if everybody's okay with that. You know, what I want to do is actually put on the alpha brainwave uh, uh, sounds while I do it, so we can all get an advanced mental feeling from this practice, because our minds is the key to everything in this world. They spend all of their time, and I've worked in the business for over 14 years. I could tell you they spend all of their money and time learning about your mind and how it functions. That's why CGI has gotten to where it is, because of what they want from you in your mind. So this is a very powerful tool, and I know a lot of people probably had a long day, so this will help relax you and get you into alpha state. And when you go to sleep tonight, if you focus in on that what you desire, you will begin to bring that into your reality. So I would not, if anybody is listening to this who's on the road, I would ask you not to participate in this one right now. It is best that you are not operating any type of machinery or doing anything that requires your hands or your undivided attention. But though for those that are at home who are relaxing, this is what we're going to do. Close your eyes. Make sure your feet are on the floor. If you're laying down, be in a comfortable position. But if you're sitting in a chair, make sure you're sitting comfortably with your back comfortable and your hands in your lap. So close your eyes. Take a deep breath. And as you release that breath, mentally project in your mind and repeat the number 3. So take a deep breath. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. You have now entered level 3. Level 3 is the basic level for relaxation. Whenever you mentally picture and repeat the number 3, you will enter this state of relaxation. To program you into this state of relaxation will bring your awareness to these areas. Focus your mind and your attention on your scalp. Relax your scalp. Relax the follicles, tissues, and cells. Relax your forehead. Relax your eyes, your eye sockets, tissues, and cells. Relax your jaw. Relax your tongue. Relax your face. To experience more relaxation in your face, a gentle smile helps. Relax your shoulders. Relax your neck and your throat. Relax your throat inward, tissues, muscles, and cells. Relax your arms. Relax your outer chest. Relax your inner chest, your lungs, cells, and tissues. Relax your abdominal. Internally, your stomach, your kidneys, your liver, spleen, your gallbladder, small and large intestines. Relax. Tissues and cells. Relax your thighs. Relax your calves. Inner muscles and tissues. Relax your feet. To enter level 2, take a deep breath and mentally visualize and repeat the number 2. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. You have entered level 2, the basic playing field of the mind for relaxation and mental relaxation. To program level 2, bring to mind peaceful scenic places, real or imagined. In level 2, noises will not distract you, but do the opposite and bring more focus and relaxation. Whenever you need to reach level 2, all you do is take a deep breath and mentally visualize and repeat the number 2 3 times. To enter level 1, take a deep breath, and as you release, mentally visualize and repeat the number 1. 1, 1, 1. You have now entered level 1, the basic playing field of the mind that can be used for any purpose. To enter a deeper level of mind, I will count from 10 to 1, which each descending number, you will enter a deeper state and healthier state of mind. 10, 9, 8, going deeper and deeper. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are now at a deeper level of the mind. To bring more relaxation and deeper awareness, you will mentally visualize a peaceful place, a familiar place. It could be real or imagined. Maybe you've been there or not. But when you enter into there, I will stop speaking. And when I speak again, 1 hour would have passed at this level of mind. positive affirmations for well-being. Every day, in every way, you are now better, better, and better. The difference between layman mentality and genius mentality is that genius uses more of its mind in a special way. You are now learning to use more of your mind in a special way. When I count to 5, you'll open your eyes feeling refreshed and revitalized as if you have gotten a full 8 hours of invigorating, refreshing, healthy, wonderful sleep. 1, 2, 3, and I count to 5. You'll open your eyes feeling invigorated, refreshed, and more connected to your awareness than you did before. 4, 5. Open your eyes, feeling refreshed, feeling invigorated. And that's it.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you there? Okay.
Yes.
Hey, man.
What's going on?
Yeah. Yeah. Whew. That just took my brain to a whole nother place, man. That was nice.
Yeah, that was nice. Salute to the rec mob. Pound that like button. I seen somebody call. Ivani. About to call you back right now. So have your computer muted or your TV muted. You ready for this call, Talib?
Yes, sir.
All right. Shouts to Chief Auto on the $20 super chat. He said, "Damn, I needed that." Appreciate you, good brother. Thank you. Yvonne. Oh, here she go. Peace.
Hi, M.Reck. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing? Ivani, what's going on with
I'm
you?
good. This is Ivani. I'm good. Happy belated birthday.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Now, I just was calling to tell you how I live, just to say thank you once again. Thanks for your platform, for providing it so people like me could call in and thank you because you're doing an amazing job and you're putting the platform out there for us to call, and we don't have very much out there. So I'm just calling again to thank you for having this. That's all.
You're welcome. Not a problem. I appreciate you. Thank you for calling
Nah,
in,
no problem. Y'all
saying
doing
that,
good. Thank you, though.
and tuning in. You know?
Nah, no doubt, no doubt. Well, y'all have a good night.
You too.
All right, thank you.
All right. Take care.
All right, bye.
Peace.
Wow, that was beautiful.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think that last one, people probably felt a lot. I felt a lot of I tell you, when you get into that alpha state, and I would tell you now, like now, and everybody who did it, all you have to do is anytime you just repeat to yourself while you were visualizing it, the number 3, and your whole body is going to relax. It's just going to relax, And yeah, that's something to me. Like we all need that because there's all that tension, all that stress, all that worrying about things, and actually holding on to these emotional energies. We have an emotional body. See, this is what the Chinese knew. This is why acupuncture was for a long time something considered to be mystic in nature or esoteric in nature, when it's very scientific. They understood that you have an energetic body as well. And that energetic body, the way it stores things is through your emotional state. So when you have massive amounts of trauma, when you are constantly in a state of survival, well, you are throwing off the energy field of your energetic body. And this can lead to various illnesses. And this is what they knew. This is why they could cure various illnesses with merely pressing upon meridian points and releasing that negative blocked chi. So this is a good way to keep the body and the energy field clear, and let the body know that it is loved and that it is love. And when it understands that, it will keep the body in a state, it will keep itself in a state of what they call homeostasis. And that's when all of the internal functions are working in optimal capacity in harmony.
That's deep.
You know, the science is out now. The science is out that your whole world is frequencies, and you're interpreting them. You're the interpreter of these frequencies. And as long as we continue to not be aware that we're the interpreter, and that we think that we're just moving about something that we have no control over, well, then that, you know, that's why we're experiencing what we do. But when we can awake to the reality that, well, you're the purveyor of the frequency, you're the one that's interpreting it, you're the one that gives it meaning, and then you can begin to alter your reality. And the alteration of reality is not changing what is, it is just stepping into a version where that already exists. Stop trying to change your life. You can't change who you are. You cannot change who you are. The version of you, whichever version it is already whole, perfect, and complete. It doesn't matter if you have an addictive personality, or you're going through breakups, or you are the one that's breaking people's hearts. It really doesn't matter at the end of the day, for you are the purveyor of all of this. And when we can wake up to that reality, we can make the significant changes, and not even change. We can step into the realities in which everything you want is already there. All things already exist. When you are manifesting, or what they say, creating a manifestation, it gets lost in translation. You're not actually creating something. It was already created. All things are done. What you are doing is you're bringing your awareness to it. And as you bring your awareness to it and emotionally resonate with it, you step into that. With everything, every version of everything is perfectly what it's supposed to be. And when you can wrap your mind around that, you can see that the version of who you are, that you say, I'm not perfect, that's just a version of you. That's just a version of you. There's a more productive version of you. There's a successful version of you. There's this extremely lucky version of you. There's a version of you that's super wealthy, has never done, doesn't do anything. There's a version of you that's out saving the world. There's infinite versions of you, all happening now, because you can only observe now. You can only be in now. For you, you are always right now. So what you must do, if you truly want to be that individual, that version of yourself, you must step into that version of yourself energetically. And energetically is emotion. Emotion. You must begin to feel as if it is done and as if it is so. You must begin to embody the thinking of the person you desire to be. And when you begin to see yourself as that, not how you get to it, not all the things you have to do to be it, but begin to see yourself in your imaginative act as if it is so, then all of those pieces will fall into place. And that's why it's so vital to take time, 10 minutes. They say 15, I'll say 10 for you. 10. 10 minutes of your morning or your day and meditate. Enter into that state in which all things can be.
You got a call. Peace.
Hi, M.Reck.
How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great.
Hi, Talib.
Greetings and salutations.
Talib, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Can you hear Talib?
Hello.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm just calling in to say thank you to you, M.Reck. Thank you to you, Talib. And shout out to the Rec Mob. I wanted to talk to you guys about an experience that I had.
Okay.
I remember when you guys first started this, and I listened to the very first show, and I had already started on a journey before even listening to the show. And when I tell you that my life has changed so significantly. I'm so happy. I'm so healthy. I'm so free to be who I am. And I went all the way back to my childhood, and was able to clear some different things up in my childhood, just through meditation. And the journey has just been beautiful. But the other night, I had a dream. And Talib, I want you to help me make light of it. I think I know what it was, but I want to hear what you have to say. So I was standing, I have a sunroom, and I was standing in my sunroom looking out into my backyard, and a giant spaceship came and landed in my backyard.
Wow.
And I stood there and I was amazed. And a being came out of the spaceship, and it was a light being, and it started to shapeshift, right? But it wasn't like a fearful shapeshifting. It wasn't that at all. In fact, when I encountered the being, an immediate sense of peace came over me. And so the being extended its hand. I'm about to cry. The being extended its hand to me. And when I stuck my hand out to the being, we touched hands, and something transferred from the being to me. And it was such a loving feeling that I have never felt before in my life. And ever since that dream, it's like I've been able to see through people. Like I've been able to see the hearts of people, not the surface of them. Like I've been able to see into them. So can you make light of what that was? Or am I just on target to what it was, period?
Okay. Hello? Can you hear me?
Can you hear Talib?
Hello?
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 Yeah, can you hear Talib? He's trying to respond.
No, I can't hear him.
Okay. Well,
You want me to try to call back in, man?
yeah, I
'Cause
don't know what's going on. Like every time I got you, it's weird. I don't know.
magical.
I understand what you
No. Tell her to stay. I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna use the link again right now. Okay.
Yeah,
I,
stay
I,
on
I
the
want
line.
to answer. I want to answer.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Stay on the line. He's going to tap out and tap back in.
Okay.
I don't know. It's been doing that the last couple of shows with his line. I don't know. Peace, good brother. You there?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I didn't get your name.
My name is Joy. Joy.
Joy. Okay. Joy, can you hear Talib?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't. So I have another phone that's playing, and I can hear like the.
Okay, so he's gonna respond.
Okay. You want me to just hang up and just listen?
Yeah, if you can, or just
Well,
stay on standby if you can.
Okay. I
All
will
right.
do. I
All
will
right.
do that.
He's gonna
Yes.
respond.
Okay.
okay. First, I'd like to say to her thank you, and secondly, I like to tell her that that wasn't a dream, right? That was not a dream, and there are light beings. They are very real,
Okay. I will.
and also, most importantly, when you touch them and y'all touched hands, with what really was transferred was your connection to everything again. See, this is why you can see into people. You're not seeing into people as much as you're just seeing yourself in people.
Hold on, Talib, real quick. Let me, Joy, if you can, um, bring your audio down or bring the phone to your ear so you can
Okay.
hear it because it's bleeding into the show. He's responding to everything
Okay.
you spoke on. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
Talib, continue, King.
It's not that you are now seeing into people. What you are now experiencing is your connection to everyone. And that's what it truly is. When you begin this journey and you begin these practices, you begin to reconnect to your awareness, that which is all things. And as you begin that journey in the form of a human, it will inevitably appear in what we're calling life in a way that may seem off kilter or not accepted because collectively in the dream we've set some parameters that you have chosen to wake up from that dream while in the dream, right? And when you do that, you begin to see that everyone is you pushed out and you are everyone pushed out. And the same goes for every person. And it's a beautiful thing, that connection, because if you explore it further, it will lead you on a beautiful journey that is going to open some even more incredible doors for you that you didn't even know were possible. Because that is the purpose of us being here. It is not for you to suffer, but it is for you to experience. You're not here to work. You are here to create, to step into all that you've already planned for yourself. And now you've stepped in that journey. And when the more you awaken, that's why some people now are being more in tune with these beings. These beings are still just you pushed out. They just exist at a higher state of consciousness. And as you raise your state of consciousness, you're going to start to encounter the things that occupy that space. And they have things to share with you if you allow it. And all I will say to you is, now that you're on this beautiful journey, every day you wake up, be grateful and be open to whatever the universe wants to show you. Say it out loud. Good morning. I am so grateful to be here. And I am totally open to whatever abundance waits me, because miracles are happening for me now. Thank you. They're happening right now. And then you move about your day and you observe. Stop trying to make it be and know you have done it already, and watch it happen. And that's what I would like to share.
Joy, you got that?
Yes, that was just what he just said to me was confirmation to what was already given to me. So, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I really appreciate you guys, and you all have a wonderful evening on purpose.
You too. Thank you.
Okay. Bye bye.
All right. Take care. Goodbye. That was beautiful.
Yes. I'll have a wonderful evening on purpose. My saying is, may your day be in service to you. That was really nice.
Yep. Call us up. 310-598-2974. You got any questions for Talib? You want to share maybe an experience you had or anything? Don't be afraid to call up. This is the time to express that. Also, matter of fact, any questions that y'all have, put it in the chat room. I think somebody mentioned something about time traveling. Let me see if I can
Someone asked, was time travel real? And all I have to say to them is, have you walked from one side of your room to the other?
Yes, sir. Of course.
Then you've time traveled. Moving through life is literally time traveling.
Mm-hmm.
What they mean is, can you move backwards through time physically? Right? And yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can distort time. Time is a construct in the mind. Time doesn't exist without you. There is no time without you. You know how they say, men lie, women lie, numbers never lie.
Facts.
That's a lie. Because men created numbers.
Yes, sir.
Right? And most people don't know what numbers even represent. What are the numbers? They don't really understand what they are. They represent the angles or how many points they are. That's why a 1 only has 1 intersecting line. The 2 has 2 intersecting. 3 has 3, 4, 4. When you get to things like 7, there used to be a line that went through a 7. So there was the shape of the 7 and a line in the middle of it. And that's where you got your 7 from. 8, 9, and so forth. Right? But they're measurements or units and we've created, their scaling system that we created to rationalize things. Right? But they're not a tangible, they don't exist, they're not tangible, you know? So, you know, do I believe that there are people that she asked about somebody, there was that, but that was already debunked. If she's talking about that person that was in like Venezuela or some South American country, I believe it was, who was saying they were in the future, Well, then that was already debunked. They actually worked with the local news station out there to actually construct, and he worked with the mayor's office and everything to actually do that video. It's not real. It was already debunked. So no, that guy did not trap. He was not in some video in the, in the future by himself walking around. That wasn't real, right? Because remember, the internet is not a thing of nature. It didn't just come about on its own reconnaissance, right? So regardless of how vast you think the information is, it's all being monitored and given to you. They have many programs and algorithms that and software that is just designed through their company to monitor and show what is coming in and out on the internet. That's what the dark. Everybody thinks the dark web is some mystical, place from movies. It's not. It's just the internet without search engines. That's all it is. It's the internet without search engines. Right? And that's the dark web, because everything you see is given to you through Google or Bing or whatever else other search engine you have. But you're cut off from a vast majority of the internet. So when you're looking at these videos, a lot of times of some of these unbelievable things, some of them are real. They don't mind because they can slip those things through to create confusion. But on the more larger scale, a lot of this stuff isn't real. A lot of this stuff is I know this from the line of work I was in, and I know that you have visual effects guys that used to create visual effects and put them up on YouTube to test the reaction of the people to see if it was a good effect or not. So a lot of videos people end up using as some sort of thing was never even a thing. It was made by some guy.
Hold on 1 second. Got a call. Peace.
Peace, grace and peace, M.Reck. How are you?
I'm
Hi,
good.
Talib.
Greetings and salutations.
And for Talib, with regard to binaural beats, and their role in meditative practices, I've been trying to kind of incorporate that and just a positive routine, but they're done at different megahertz. And I tend to listen to them on YouTube. And I had sought some consultation just from an elder person in terms of their knowledge of how they work. And I was told that the frequency that it may play at, by utilizing it through a video source or any virtual means may change the frequency that it's supposed to be utilized for. So just in trying to incorporate that piece as a different positive function to kind of help me just better myself. What would you suggest on utilizing those binaural beats? And in your experience, are they effective in changing the programming of your subconscious to kind of help you adapt to a more positive regimen when you're trying to work on manifesting?
That's a great question. Binaural beats can be very helpful, and yes, they were right about a lot of them. Some of them, what you have to do is you have to go into the description of them.
Hold on. Yeah, he's gonna respond to you, but I don't know why you're not able to hear him. But just
Okay, I'll
tap
hang
it.
up.
Yeah,
I'll hang up so I can hear.
okay. Appreciate you. What's your
All right.
name? What's your name?
Thank you. Thank you. My name is Yashida.
Yashida. I appreciate you,
Yeah.
Yashida. All
All
right.
right. All right. Thank you. All right.
You're
Peace.
welcome. Peace.
Peace.
I'm sorry, bro. Finish your
Oh,
thought.
no problem. It's weird, right? Like,
I don't know, because other people call, and when I play the audio, they able to, people able to hear them. It's weird. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? But
well,
continue on.
binaural beats are wonderful. They actually do help. They're a way of syncopating through resonant keys like A, B, C, D, and E, and F, and G. And when you do that, what it does is it affects your brain is vibrating, it's cycling, right? And it has a precession, and it's giving off a certain amount of hertz. You are aligned. It's about 8, I think it's between 7 and 8 hertz is where the earth and you resonate at. And that's why when you go out to nature, if you go out there long enough for a day or two, you begin to feel calm, a sort of peace washes over you. That's because you're realigning your resonant field with the earth. So binaural beats can do that. What I would suggest to you is she do though is when she goes on there, that what she does is she goes into the description of the video and make sure that it was done by an acoustic engineer, because a lot of acoustic engineers have been posting those are who are posting. So you go in there, you make sure he has done that, and he'll tell you what machine he ran his through to make sure that the compression wouldn't affect the frequency that was buried underneath in the signal. And that's all you have to do to check the authenticity of those. As far as beyond the binaural beats, or to really start programming the subconscious, all you really need to do, here's the most powerful thing you can do. Now, this goes back to, if anybody want to look it up, you can look at Joe Dispenza. He's very famous for this, and most people who speak on this got it from him, right? And I am no exception. You have about 75 to 80,000 thoughts a day. Of those thoughts, the next day, about 90% of those thoughts are carried over to the next day. So no matter how much you say you want to change, how can you change if you're thinking the same thing every day, right? So the secret is to do something different. That's it. It doesn't have to be a lot. Do not make it goal-oriented, right? If you want to, I will give an example to that. Say that positive transformation has something to do with you working out. Well, the first thing you want to do is when you go to bed, is you want to visualize yourself from within, not from without, meaning you don't want to visualize looking at yourself as this. You want to visualize yourself in your mind as being it. So from your own eyes, inside your mind, you want to see your hands, you want to see. You visualize you've already accomplished it. You have the body. When you look down, you see the stomach flat the way you might want it. You see your arms are toned and your legs are toned, and you see it. And what does it make you feel as you look at this? Because your imagination is instant. If I tell you right now, don't think of pink elephants, I guarantee everybody in here just thought of pink elephants. Because that's how the mind works. It's instant. Your imagination does not need building blocks. So you picture yourself that way, you feel good in it, and you go to sleep. And what's going to happen is your subconscious is going to start building a 3D world around that through incidents, through coincidence, through what you call coincidence, and just variations are going to start playing out. And when you wake up that next day, you're going to have the urge to work out if that's what it is. It might just be. And when you do not set a goal like, I'm going to work out for 2 hours. No, you roll out of that bed and you just do whatever comes to heart to do. And watch what happens. That's the transformation. That's the change. See, you think setting a goal is doing something different, but you don't realize goal setting has been something you've been doing the whole time you've been failing. So you have to break these habits by doing something different. And it doesn't have to be big. It's small changes that make the greatest impact on the psyche. It is the small changes.
Yes, sir. My brother, it's a few questions that people putting in the chat. I got one highlighted on the screen. I'm gonna highlight them, but this one on the screen right now, can you see it?
Yeah, Talib, have you seen the video of the man making a portal in his room using sound frequencies? What's your take on that? First of all, I know resonant sound. Remember, all reality is separated through it, through frequency, right? And if you can reach the frequency of that reality, then you will experience it. As far as the guy making a portal in his room, you know, once again, like I said, I'm not 100% sure if he actually did that. Looking at it and seeing some things with my own eyes and things that I've witnessed in my life that, some might say is not real or whatever, but from my own experience, no, that's not real and that's not what it looks like. Because when you open a rip in reality to another world, your head is spinning because it's something else there that shouldn't be there. And when reality is torn and a hole is ripped in it, which you're calling a portal, I'm sorry, Hollywood hasn't shown you that yet. Most people who live in New York have seen portals and then seen crazy things. And remember, these things open and close so fast. Things move through them. Sometimes they appear as shimmers, because the reality of it is, if you're bending light because that's essentially what they're doing, you're not going to necessarily see some giant electromagnetic ring around it of energy being held in a ring, through which the only way that would be is through a magnetic field of dioid magnets creating a complete circle of 7 or more. And then, yeah, you can get that effect. That's how you can distort time itself. Magnetic fields can slow down time. Magnetic fields can move time backwards or forwards. So I don't know if that video is real, but I do know that the portals are.
Yes, sir. Any questions, y'all can call up. Y'all can leave it in the chat room.
Oh, and since people keep asking about these videos, let me just let you know this. You could go do your own research into this. A lot of these people you're looking at on YouTube, a lot of these videos and guys you're following, they're not real. They don't exist. They don't exist. And it's been 8 years since they had an AI program that could create people out of thin air. They don't exist. And if they don't exist, then who's running the site? This is intentional. This is to sow confusion and to use people's imagination in a way that does not produce any outcome that they truly desire. That's why there are no clear UFO videos. And the ones that are clear are not considered to be real, or you don't really know of them.
Check this right here on the screen, good brother.
I see that. I don't disagree with this individual, or I'm not willing to just easily say that this person did not experience that. See, I know that individual experience, but I'll tell you this, they don't have a video of it. Because like I said, when these real supernatural or what we're calling otherworldly events occur, usually you don't have no camera out. It happens too fast. And secondly, when those things show up, those other people show up, the power source they use, it kills all electromagnetic energy sources anyway. That's why when most people, their cars go black when the ship flies over, or when they get it done, or they'll tell you that it was dark and the lights wouldn't come on. There's countless times of them knocking cameras and all that stuff out, so there is no video evidence of it. The people that say they seen it on this thing, and then, I don't doubt them. I would ask them to share their story, and then I could get a more basis of what they experienced, But when you say a portal, how do you know it was a portal? You see where I'm going?
Yes, sir.
Unless you've studied portals and had some experience with portals, when some light source pops up in your room, otherworldly, How do you know what it is? You know? So a lot of that stuff, I just, like I said, and a lot of people who are experiencing a lot of those things, these are people who don't meditate. These are people who allow the outside stimulus to be their dominant truth of reality. These are also individuals that are consumers. They're not creators. When you sit around and you watch videos every day, all day, and you don't do nothing and create nothing, write nothing, bring nothing into this world, do something good for a person, share your light in any way, and all you do is watch others, then you have become a consumer. Right? And when people become consumers of that nature, well, then they have given themselves over to other people's creation. You know?
I got another question I just put on the screen.
Yeah. You know, and here's another thing about ghosts, right? Here's the thing, and I would suggest you look into this. This is if you study into paranormal activities and paranormal research, you will find this to also be a very true fact. Sometimes what we think are ghosts are not ghosts. They're the remnant energy of a person. It's not a ghost. It's a residual energy of an individual. Sometimes these residual energies, you know, they rest in houses. And then those residual energies can make the house into what some might call an entity in a way. Because here's an interesting thing about houses they discovered. You can take a brand new house, and if you don't put a family in it, a brand new house will decay and rot away faster than a house with people living in it who never does anything to repair the house. Right? So when you leave here, especially some people leave here with trauma and in a very tragic way, that's not them a lot of times. When they see the ghost of them reliving an incident, that's a residual energy that was left behind from their awareness once it left this realm. It started this over again. Because the truth is, you don't know how many times you've been here. You don't know how many times you've done this. They keep telling you only have one life to live. This is the only life you know, the only life you live. But you don't know that, and you don't know how many times you've been here. And every time you go to sleep, there's a reset that occurs. So no matter how bad your life may be right now, no matter what you're going through, if you revised your situation when you go to sleep tonight, if you revise your situation, if you replay that day and replay everything that's messing you up right now and make it a win, make the outcome in your mind something that didn't go that way. It actually went good. The subconscious doesn't know the difference between real and fake. To the subconscious, all of this is real. It doesn't know the difference. And when you do that, what happens is the subconscious starts reprogramming your life toward that which you believe. That's how your mind works. It's not as complicated as they want to make it seem. A lot of people will make it complicated so they can make money off of it. But the reason they got everybody the way they do is because they taught us everything backwards and made everything complicated and told you nothing is simple. Everything is hard. Anything worth anything is hard. Anything worth anything is going to cost you money. It's going to cost you a lot. So now when you grow up with that mentality, you look away from all of the simplistic things that actually could bring you happiness. You start trying to complicate your life. You start trying to figure out your problems. not realizing you have a choice not to have problems by how you perceive what is happening. I just want to share that, bro. Thank you.
I got you, good brother. I'm gonna get to these questions, and if y'all want to call up with the questions, y'all can. So what I'm gonna highlight them on the screen. All right.
Okay. Yeah, while you highlight that, I just want to say, just do this 3-day challenge. For 3 days, focus on just one thing that you really want, desire. You are welcome and open and actually supposed to have all of your true desires. Notice I said true desires. There are things that we think we desire that come from a place of lack, that come from a place where we believe there's something we do not have. And then there's that true desire, that which we are very afraid of, the unknown that we keep ourselves from fear, and we keep ourselves within what we call the comfort zone.
Hold
You were
on,
saying?
hold on, my brother. We got a caller. Hello.
Peace.
Peace. How you doing?
Good. It's Figgy. How you doing?
I'm good. Figgy.
Peace, peace and blessings to you, Talib. I can't hear you.
Peace and
Hello?
blessings.
Actually, I can. Let me hear.
Peace and blessings. Greetings and salutations.
Oh, barely, barely. I can't really hear.
Mm.
But could I just? I just really want to. I just wanted to ask Talib, if he could try his best to explain God. I know that's like a big one. It's a big, heavy question, but I just wanted to throw that out there and see if he could do his best to explain God. I can't really hear.
Okay. Well, yes, I can do my best to do that.
Yes, he's
Can you
gonna
hear me?
yes,
I can't really hear.
he's gonna respond to your question right now. All right. So you can
Okay. All right.
you
Thank
can
you.
hang up and just listen from your
Okay.
TV or your internet. All right.
I will do that.
All right.
Okay. Thanks so much.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
God is
Got
your
the floor,
own
good brother.
wonderful imagination. If you wish to find God, look no
Oh,
further than your own
Talib,
imagination.
you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Talib, you there?
Hello? I'm
Yeah.
here.
All right. Yeah, you got the floor, good brother.
You can hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, well, I was saying that God is your own wonderful imagination. That's who God is. God is your own wonderful imagination.
Mm.
And if you're a biblical person, then you also believe that God created man in his image. But what is his image if God is not a man? Well, that is, you were given two gifts that put you in the image of God. That's right. And what were those two gifts? The gift of mind and the gift of speech. God is awareness, the consciousness that is you. You are your own child and your own parent. God is all, the whole. And God, you wanted to experience before you was the only God. And you created all of this. Everything, everyone, every scenario, every situation, every possibility, infinity. And you put yourself to sleep. And you wrote yourself several types of books as like a manual, a guideline for how you would sleep in this beautiful place to experience. And you have fallen deeper and deeper and deeper into sleep. And as you fell deeper and deeper into sleep, the dream became real. All of this is here for you to experience. Everyone is you pushed out. That is who God is. And there is organizations and groups that have taken that awareness in this dream state, because that's the story here, right? That's the story here in this particular reality we are experiencing. This is the story. They've taken that reality from us, removed it from within us, and they put it outside of us.
Hold on, good brother. We got a caller on the line. Peace, caller.
Hello?
Yes.
Hi. Yes. My question is kind of piggybacking off of what Talib said about we are God and we create things through our imagination. So would that be kind of equivalent to a simulation? Meaning like we code ourselves and we can erase what we want or add what we want?
As above, so below. You are in a mental universe, so everything will express itself to you from that mental belief system in every form, shape, and fashion.
Hello?
Yes. He's responding. I don't know why you can't hear him, but if you can just, I guess, tune back into the show, he's gonna respond to your question.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Continue, good brother.
Yes, every shape, form, and fashion. You see what I'm saying? Because this, in this matrix, so if you want to call it that, you see what I'm saying? Whatever. Yes, you could say it's a simulation. Is that any different than saying it's a hologram? Is there any difference than saying it's you pushed out? There is no difference. It just expresses itself in various mental concepts because it is what is. And that true state has no name, for it is what created that which has names. It has no name. You have no name, for you are the creator of names. God is a state. Awareness is what you are. So there is no death. We see death. We see it as death because that awareness that was there is now gone. So it's dead. But that's not true. Your awareness moves on. You always, or wherever you go. Right? So you could call it a simulation if you like, if that helps you wrap your mind around the concept. The reality is that you have the ability to create the life you want to live. And you've always been creating the life you want to live, no matter how bad it may seem or how sour it may appear. It is something that you have agreed with. It is something that you have observed and emotionally resonated with. And when you become aware of that, then all you have to do is bring your awareness somewhere else. Because once you can see that, then you're outside of it. Right? Which you are having this experience not from in the body, but from somewhere else. You're not even in the body. You're not even in the body. You're experiencing this world from somewhere else. The voices in your head that are talking to you are not you. They're talking to you. That's you. And that's why I always start with taking a moment and just be what you are and just notice what is. You're always just in now. So everything that's always going on in front of you is that which is just apparently happening. Yeah. And if you let that resonate, you'll already see a shift. See, the shift can be instant. The shift between realities or shifting in the simulation, the matrix. Remember, if you want to go with a computer simulation and you really feel the matrix theory, that's fine. The story that it is comprised in doesn't change what it is, you know. But if that is the case, you must remember that if you're going from the film perspective, they told you they made multiple matrices. If you're going from science perfection and you're looking at what is Professor James' last name? He's the gentleman that actually discovered within the background radiation of, or within cosmic radiation, which they call background radio noise. He found a similar code that is used to write search engines. And James Gate is his name, Professor James Gate. He was also the science administrator to the president for a while there, but he's a very, very, very known mathematician and physicist who happens to also be a black man. So you might want to look into that, but he is the one that actually discovered what everyone is now theorizing. He's the guy who found it. Remember, we found the code. Just keep that in mind. That should bring something to some of the audience members to know that, no, we're not just rappers and we're not just basketball players and athletes, right? We're also scientists, mathematicians, astronomers, and astrologists who are making breakthroughs in the world today that are changing the world. Okay? But he discovered this code. And in that code, he found that the universe is set up like a search engine, which means there's multiple universes, right? So that's where everything is at. That's how I see everything to be with God. That's how I see things to be with this so-called, you want to call it a simulation. That's fine. Or you can just say it's everything is you pushed out, right? Because within this simulation, there's a hologram. And remember, mathematically, in a hologram is infinity, which means that any point of a hologram you cut from, or you pull from, or examine, you will find the whole hologram. Now think about that. How does that translate to each human being? Well, guess what? I don't see the world you see, do I? I can't look through your eyes and see the world, right? But yet and still, we both know we live in the world, which means you are part of the hologram. You are one piece of the hologram pushing out the whole. You see? So right there, even within science, this is catching up to consciousness, or rather, consciousness is evolving as a collective. Therefore, our perception of reality is now broadening. So we are now shifting into a new reality to where the people no longer are just people that walk around droned out to conformity, but they are now questioning and seeing that life has more to offer, and sharing. This is the world that's starting to appear as they start to try to tell us everything is falling apart. Actually, you'll find there's more and more people, there's more life coaches popping up. There are more people coming up with these type of methods that I speak on and sharing that. There's more things on manifesting on YouTube than probably the history of YouTube's been around, right? Because the consciousness is shifting and they know this. And if we allow them to shift our consciousness by bringing our awareness totally to what they want us to pay attention to. The world is ending, World War III, thunderstorms, death, everything. Then that's exactly where we'll end up, right?
Peace, my brother. Let me bring this to your attention. Somebody's in the chat room, um, you know, saying what they saying. I'm gonna highlight it. You gonna address it, or you don't have to address it.
I don't mind.
Yeah, it's on the screen.
Whereas all I see is all month MRecktv celebrating M.Reck's born day.
No. Check it now. I don't know if your screen froze.
Well, hey, I can respect that she feels there's satanic undertone. I don't find what the satanic undertone would be. That's a general statement. If she would have gave a more specific statement to what it is that she felt about that, I'm not sitting here telling anyone not to find this for themselves. I'm actually telling everyone that it is themselves. So I can tell that she's rather being defensive or heard something that has triggered something that she feels is reality, right? For nothing I've said here is told anyone who they should be or what they should be, right? Or any of that. When I was asked about God, I shared because I was asked, and they even said, I know that's difficult, but could you share what your theory is on that? And I did share that. And as far as, like I said, a lot of satanic undertone, I'm not sure what that really is. I'm not speaking on hailing Satan or anything of that nature. Matter of
Correct.
fact, what I'm saying is very biblical in nature. See, the Bible is misunderstood because it was taken by a particular group, and then that information was disseminated in a way and taught in a way that separated us from that within, just by merely altering the perception of the material. But it's all right there. The Bible is a metaphorical allegory of states of consciousness and how to live and how to fulfill desire. That's what that book was intended for. But at the same time, well, the information was intended for, but the use has been used to, subjugate and control and to colonize, right? So nothing I feel I said was satanic in nature at all. I don't really feel that when you talk about Satan, right, I already know where that's going, right? That's a Christian belief system that there is this other force that's out to destroy us, but it's so beautiful and wonderful and loving, but at the same time hates God and it wants to kill us and destroy us and have us all burn in hell and turn this into its own place where he can run around with his buddies and torture everybody for a lifetime, for eternity, right? That's a control mechanism. That's a control mechanism, right? Satan is your own doubt in God. That's what Satan is. Satan is you being empty and not filled with the love and the awareness that you are. This is why people who make deals with the devil always feel like they had to trade something for something they didn't have. Correct?
Correct.
Like, why are you selling your soul if you're the best rapper? Correct? Why are you selling your soul if you have all the skills and all the connections to do everything you need to do? Doesn't make sense, right? You would only sell your soul if you feel like there's absolutely no way for you to get it. And this is the only way. Satan represents a consciousness of lack. These are representations of states of consciousness, because Satan isn't above God. Satan is something that God created. Nothing is outside of God.
Mm.
Satan serves a purpose, as everything in existence does. That's why you can beat the devil. You can stop the devil. You can use, they say you can use prayers. You can do all kinds of things. As above, so below is not an occult term. That's actually, see, this person didn't really read the Bible. They don't really know the Bible. They're just taking YouTube clips and things of that nature, and they're interpreting it, and they're saying, well, that's occultism. And God, no, that's not true. That's not true at all. Okay? As above, so below is a representation of from the micro to the macro. That goes all the way back to Kemetic and Hermetic teachings of the 7 principles of existence: mentalism, correspondence, rhythm, vibration, cause and effect, and gender. Okay? These are not a cult, nor does it have anything to do with Satan. And that's what makes it very interesting. You know, like, I don't understand why she's harping on that aspect when everything I'm really just saying is to promote our well-being and moving forward. You know what I'm saying? So if that's how they feel, that's completely understandable and respected. But I haven't told anybody to worship any entity or being. Okay? If you want to get biblical, Jesus said, do not look for God. Do not look for him under a rock or in a church, for he is inside of you. See, it's in the Bible that God is inside of you. That imaginative acts. This is all right there. So I don't understand where they're getting that from. You know what I'm saying? And once again, I just feel like I said something that might have triggered her in some sort of way, or made her feel as it was personal to her. Because if you really think about it, I'm not talking to her. I'm speaking aloud, right? And you're allowing me to share this information with everyone. So if it's not something that they really feel or like, then they don't have to really tune into that aspect of it. But everything that I am saying is only for our well-being, because it is time for us to stop focusing in on what everyone else is saying. Stop focusing in what everyone keeps telling us reality is. When you go within yourself and you begin these practices and enter into these states of consciousness, which is an alpha state and a theta state, then you're able to create a reality or step into a reality that best serves you. And the one that best serves you serves the many. And if she's listening, I hope that she hears that is the intention, is only to share something to move us all forward so that we can begin to have some sort of tools. And if she heard earlier, there was a couple of people that called in who have used some of these tools and done some of these things and seen actual tangible results from them. And they're not going to sit there and tell you that I told them you make an altar and start praying to some deity outside of themselves. No, I tell them start with waking up when you open your eyes and being grateful. I told them the proper way to pray is from the imagination, and it's always from the end. You do not pray as if you do not have it. You pray as if you have it, which means in your imaginative act, you see yourself with the thing you desire. Be it money, be it you trying to pay some bills, or maybe whatever the lifestyle is. I'm only throwing out random things, but it must resonate with oneself, what one desires. But whatever it is, when you do it from that perspective, you will get a response, because God does not know time and God does not know lack. Right? And when you get into this as you know it is so, and you walk around in that, it will become so. So I was going to say I wanted to do a 3-day challenge of to focus in on one thing that you desire, go to sleep in it, and for 3 days, just ignore whatever the 3D world is showing you. I'm not saying don't live your life. I'm saying if something comes up that tries to throw you off, ignore it. Smile, turn the other direction with it. Do not allow yourself to have an emotional response to it. Right? And
My
just see
brother,
what happens.
hold on, my brother. Let me interject. I want to play something I came across on Instagram to bring more enlightenment to the situation. Hold on, because some people are one track minded, and this is somebody breaking down verses from the Bible and what they actually mean. Hold on.
In the Bible that your religion does not want you to know. Part 1. Matthew 6:33 says, "But seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and these things shall be added unto you." Now, where is the kingdom of God at? It also tells you that too. Luke 17:21 says, "The kingdom of God is within you." Well, if the kingdom of God is within me, how do I reach it? 1 John 1:5 says, "This then is the message which we have heard of him, and declare unto you, God is light." Well, if God is light and we can't see God, what does that mean? Matthew 6:22 says, "The light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, the whole body shall be full of light." Single eye. In Genesis 32:30, Jacob called the name of the place Peniel, "For he have seen God face to face, and my life is preserved." The Bible is literally telling you to go within in order to connect with God, not your church, because your church has a totally different agenda than what God wants for you. Okay?
Did you hear that, good brother?
uh, and that's exactly what I'm saying.
Yes, sir. That's why I played it.
And I never heard that before. So this is from my experience, from my research, from my perspective, and from my own personal experience from within. I'm sharing this stuff with you guys because I've witnessed it. It's happened to me. It happened to me when I was at my lowest, when it when there was no way to deny it. And since then, I've just been sharing it because it's within you. You ever asked yourself, why would they ever spend $270 million to make superheroes on a screen? You really think they really care about making $1 billion? What does $1 billion actually signify? 1 billion minds. That's what it means to them. Your mind is everything. It's where God lives. God is always with you. Awareness is always with you because you're always aware. And if you don't believe, you just ask yourself, am I these thoughts and feelings, this person, or am I the observer? Am I watching this from somewhere else? And I think you'll find the answer comes very clear to you. You are not the identity. And when your life becomes difficult, it is because you, the awareness, is trying to fit yourself into a box, an identity that is so much smaller than you. And the more you try to identify, the more difficult it becomes. When you can let that go, and realize you are here to experience the identity. But you are not the identity. That all things are just that which is apparently happening. And there's only right now. Start bringing your mind more to where you are in your moment and watch what happens. Notice we all do this, I find. I'll speak for myself. In my experience, I find that I have a tendency of doing that, of attempting to relate to a story that isn't me. And when I stop and I step outside of that story, all the answers are always right there. And that's what I wanted to share, right?
Got you, good brother.
But as far as the lady was concerned, I think I could tell you, right, you know, that was from she was obviously triggered, you know. And right now I can understand why, because that's a very big topic right now that they're pushing on everyone. You know, the satanic uprising and satanic occults and you know, satanic churches popping up in America and people going to Satan churches, and you know, the devil is taking over America. This is a very big topic right now for a lot of people, because that's the story that they're being fed. When they take a moment, and I suggest everyone do this before you start going out here looking into what this person is saying or that person is saying, go within yourself and be open to whatever you're looking for revealing itself to you. Just stop looking for it. Right? Stop looking, going, trying to find it, and just allow it to appear to you. And that's all I want to say.
Hold on, good brother. I think that's her calling. Peace.
Hey, M.Reck.
Hey.
Hi, Talib. This is Perry.
Perry, how you doing?
Salutations.
I am well. I'm the young lady that you guys were referring to, and just wanted to get some clarification and just to clear the air, I guess. But no, I really do appreciate both of you. I have listened very frequently, and I enjoy the show.
Thank you.
I just was really cautious of whenever you were, Talib, we were explaining about the inner self, which is so true. God is within all of us, but for people who are new to this mindset and concept, they can kind of get confused.
Hello? Yo, Reck, can you hear me?
But I do believe that
Yeah, I can hear you.
there is a savior.
Because it went out. I didn't hear.
Whatever you were saying above and as below, that is a satanic term that a lot of occult people use.
It's not a satanic term. It's not a satanic term. It is a hermetic. It is a hermetic principles, and it didn't come from them. And that's what I'm stressing. Where did you think? Who was? First of all, ask her if I don't know if she can hear me.
Hello.
Right?
Hold on, Perry. Can you hear Talib?
No, I can't.
Okay, so just listen from the you know, the internet on your side. He gonna respond.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Thanks. Yeah, my brother. Finish your thought.
I wanted to say one is, you know, that did not come from satanic cult. That wasn't there. That all of that information is information that was taken from hermetic principle. A lot of that stuff that didn't have nothing to do with what she's talking about, and it's still in the Bible. I'm not gonna back down on that because that's a fact. Secondly, right? I just want to say thank you to her. I appreciate her. I don't harbor anything toward her. I welcome her viewpoint, right? I just want to put that out there. And I'd like to say thank you for calling in, and I do appreciate you. Um, as far as the other part of what she was saying, I'm sorry, I don't retain a lot of negative stuff too long. It sort of slips in and out of my mind. She was mentioning, what's the other thing she mentioned?
Talking about this satanic undertones.
Well, I already discussed that. I don't necessarily agree with that. Oh, yeah. The second thing was her saying that a lot of new people may not understand this or agree with that. You know what I mean? And it's like, that's a story. And I'm glad she said that because I think she needs to know this. The world is a story. What is happening in your life is a story that you tell yourself that you resonate with. When you tell the story that people you don't know, that you haven't met, and it hasn't happened yet, when you tell that story that they're not going to get it and that they're going to be confused and they're going to misunderstand, that's the reality you're stepping into because that's your imagination. And sure enough, you believe that, you're going to see evidence of it. What happens if you say, this may resonate with the new people for the first time and make them go research on their own? Isn't that also very possible? My thing is, we must, no, I don't want to say we must. I, in my experience, have found it very beneficial when I stop using my imagination out of service of myself. So instead of a situation that hasn't happened yet, and M.Reck will attest to this, I will always speak on the best outcome of it. I will always say it's going to work out for the best at the best time, at the divine time, when it's exactly supposed to happen. Now, have I not said this before to you, M.Reck, in our own personal conversations?
All the time.
Right? And everything keeps working out. So what I would propose is that stop using your imagination to support that which you don't desire. Do you really want people not to get it? Or would you like it to be this thing where for some reason, in this particular time, everyone gets it? Right? This is what keeps us from getting to where we want to be and stepping into that reality. When you start putting all of these additional things into the mix of trying to figure out how it's going to be and what you need to do and every step you have to take in order, and all the things that could happen that may make sure it may not happen, when you begin to adopt this mentality, these are the results you'll see because that's the story you're telling. And that's what your subconscious understands. Right? And this is why in Christianity, where they twisted it, all sins can be forgiven because this comes from within. This all comes from within. The whole world is within you. The kingdom is within you. So I would tell her, like, we need to ease up on the stories of people not getting it because you're only going to see results that you believe. Hey, and can't you just believe that maybe people will get it? Can't you believe that this is the time where people will get it? Isn't that also very possible? Right? Isn't that the most Christian thing you can do? You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Right? So I appreciate her. I think she was awesome. I wish we could have actually conversed because I really would have liked to talk to her and just really got more clarity on those things that may make her feel uncomfortable or, you know, where she may be feeling like, well, that was a little dark, man. Where are you getting that from? And I could probably explain in more intricate detail on exactly what it is that I mean. Because this is the truth. There's no 90-day plan you need to put together for yourself to say this is who I'm going to be. There's none of that is actually necessary. The only thing that is necessary is for you to go within and to resonate with it, to bring all the senses from the outside world in. And I can show you, and I'm not, listen, let me show you how powerful your mind is, because when I'm telling you, you can bring the senses in, I'm going to show you how powerful it is. Check this out, right? So everybody just do this for me, right? If you can, just close your eyes for a moment and just take one deep breath. Now, picture in your mind there's a refrigerator and there's a friend there. And that friend goes to the refrigerator, opens the refrigerator, and pulls out a very large lemon. You know what a lemon smells like, right? Can you smell it? A lemon. That friend cuts that lemon in half. You watch them. The juices spread out, and you begin to smell the freshness of the lemon. They hand you a half of lemon. You lick the lemon. What does it taste like? Hey, Reck, did you do it?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here, good brother.
And anybody who tried it, I'm pretty sure your mouth started salivating. Even if you didn't try it, your mouth is currently starting to wet up. Like, what the world? That's how powerful your mind is. It can bring in all the kinesthetic forces that you experience from the outside world. It's already programmed inside of you. And you can bring that to any experience in your mind. And when you do that, that's when the subconscious goes, oh, that's real. That's what we're doing. Hey, that's what we're doing. And starts making it happen. And don't worry about what you think is happening in front of you. Don't even focus on what's happening in front of you. Stay in that feeling that it is done and watch what happens. It will all transform very seemingly in a way that seems very in line in your life. It may be a random phone call if it's a job you're looking for. All of a sudden, someone's going to call you. It may be a numerous things, but whatever it is, you'll see, and it will start to happen. It will happen because that's how our experiences are being created. But we're just going along with our lives. We don't take any control of what's going on with our life. And when we try to, it seems to fall apart because we're looking outside of us to take control of our life. When you go within to take control of your life and see your life already in control, everything else will fall into place. Those are the acts of God. That is beyond you in this state of being in consciousness. It is not for you to know those things. It's for you in this aware state to experience them. And I appreciate her. I want her to know I love her. I think she's a beautiful person. I could tell she has a great spirit and a great awareness and consciousness to her. She also is a great seeker of information and truth. And she also shares that truth amongst her own community and people she knows. And she's a very loving person. And I already knew, I could sense all of that. And I want to tell her thank you for inspiring this level of conversation and dialogue.
Facts. Salute to her. Salute to Perry. Appreciate you. Salute to the Rec Mob. Everybody tapped in. Pound that like button. We coming up on the 2-hour mark. So any more questions y'all got, you can call up, leave it in the chat room. Please do that at this time. Also tap into the Spooky Hours TV.tv. The site is up.
Okay. She posted a comment, and now I see where she feels as if what I'm saying is speaking against God or Yahshua. She feels that's what she really feels, because she says, nonetheless, it's Yahshua that saves. That's exactly what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? She feels as if I'm taking the praise away in some sort of way. You see it? And that's not my intention. That's not what I'm saying. Right? That's why I'm always saying the road to manifesting is through being grateful and giving thanks to the Most High. Right? What I'm talking about is how we can change our current state. We're not aware of who we are. We're still subjected to everybody else's thinking.
Hold on 1 second, good brother. Peace.
Hello.
Yes. Hello.
Hi, this is Ivy in Las Vegas.
How you doing?
I'm good.
All right.
I want to say this, and this is good, because this is something that our people have to begin to look at. And this is to say that all of these things that you're talking about, like the as above, so below.
Hello? M.Reck, can you hear me?
That's more dominant in your
I can hear you.
You understand? So a lot of these things that people are putting into categories are things that has been given to them. And it's just like people are talking about heaven and hell, right? That you go through this one life, you're given this one chance, and then all of a sudden you judge, wherein you are your judge and jury. If you want to take the principles which Talib has laid out to you, they're universal principles. These people that you're calling evil are using the same exact principles and tools that you use to create. They're only using it on the lower side of the totem pole to do it. But the principle is there as a tool, and it's used for everybody. And it don't belong. Nothing belongs to one side of the board when you're talking about a tool. These are tools in order to create and to express ourselves. And, that's all I had to say about that. It's like religion and all these other belief systems brought these things in from things that were here before those things came about. And for whatever reason, because, you have these energies or whatever that come along, and they understand these tools. Everybody's getting their energy from the same source. I don't care if you're getting it from the lower side or hottest. Everybody's getting it from the Supreme Creator, right? And no one can save you. That's why you have the principle, cause and effect. For every action, there's a reaction. For every decision, there's a consequence.
Hey, M.Reck, you there? Yeah, I think I can't hear anything.
Even though you don't know about the tools, you still use universal tools. So I just had to say that. Excuse me if I'm long-winded. So thank you.
Not a problem.
And I
Thank you.
appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Take care.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, there it is. You know?
Yeah.
She
dropped some gems.
I mean, that's the reality of it. It's all from the same source of energy, you know? And and what I'm really focusing on, and I noticed that it may get a little. I'm always up to hear and to discuss with people the viewpoint that may need to be addressed with them in order to see the perspective, right? But I'm not talking about anybody but you, right? I'm not saying that what I'm saying is the only thing you need to do in your life. I'm just saying I'm here to share this aspect. That's what I'm here to share, right? I'm here to say, here's some tools. Here's the philosophies you may really want to sink your mental and spiritual teeth into to go and expand your consciousness, right? Because all I want to do is show you that you have power here. That you're capable of creating a reality you want. And it has nothing to do with conforming to anyone's rules. It has nothing to do with going against the man or any other story that they have attached to our existence. I'm talking about what you are capable of doing right now. And that's it. Right? I will openly and caringly have any conversation about any particular topic that of interest, and I don't mind. I will always circle right back around to, though, it's about you. And is that what you want? And I would just say to some people calling in who may want to talk about Kanye or talk about Kyrie or talk about anyone, I would just ask you this. Does it serve you? Is any answer I give you about them going to serve you? Will it enhance your life in any way? Will it bring you closer to anything that you truly desire? And all I want to do is share how you can get to those things. I don't want to just tell you that you can do it, right? I will give you some tools and you can use them. And if it works for you, great. If it doesn't work for you, I know you didn't use it because it always works. Because it's how reality works. And if someone would like a more cohesive, you can go look into Transurfing. That's the guy made that book for free. It's an amazing read, and it will definitely help you in the understanding of how reality is working and how there's sectors, if you want to be scientific about it, and how shifting through what you're calling reality, why you're shifting through reality all the time and don't see it. Why there's not a light portal you're stepping through to be on the other side because of how it's actually set up, because they're variations of the reality. And as you shift, they're close to each other. So if you shift from one reality to the next right now, and it's a small jump for you, then no, nothing in your life is actually going to change. The people are going to be the same and things around you will stay the same. But the further you jump from that reality, the further you shift from that reality, well, that's when you begin to see the actual difference. Some of us see it over time, and then we wake up one day and go, my God, where did the world go? I don't even remember this place. And we write it off because we don't view it as a collective reality, as an actual experience. So you're experiencing these things all the time, but you're writing them off in your mind like, no, that's just nonsense. But look around you. It's more and more real every day. This year is over now. Why? Is it time that's speeding up? Sure, you could say time is speeding up, but what is time? Time is a construct of consciousness. So if time is speeding up, that only means that consciousness is expanding. And that's all I want to share.
Got you, good brother. Well, salute to the Rec Mob. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Thank you, Talib.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Appreciate the Rec Mob. And,
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody that called up. Everybody that asked questions in the chat room. And just shouts to everybody, you know, just tuning in, and we appreciate all y'all. Tap into the SpookyHoursTV.tv for all updates on the Spooky Hours TV show. Everything. Merch, everything. Go to SpookyHoursTV.tv. Bookmark that. Also MRecktv.tv. And we definitely gonna tap back in with y'all with the heavy gems more frequently. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we'll tap in later on in the week, or definitely next Tuesday. You know, but we appreciate y'all. You know?
Yes, sir. I appreciate everyone, and I hope it helps. And you know, once again, I just say go look into the Sedona method and look into the Silva method, and these are just methods of how to. One is the Sedona is for releasing, and the Silva meditations are for a way for you to consciously begin to be in tune with your mind and use your mind to its full potential.
Correct. So on that note, double deuces and bubble gooses, y'all. Y'all have a great night. Be safe. Love is love. Peace and blessings. My brother Talib, man, thank you once again.
Thank you, brother, and thank you to the Rec Mob. And I guess I'll see y'all in the chat too on Spooky Hours.
Already know. Salute to SJ, the whole team.
Oh my goodness, yes! Salute to SJ. SJ, you're the best.
Fact.
And you know what? I feel. Let me just say this. It's been brought to my awareness. Once again, everyone too, please check in with SJ for life coaching. She's amazing at it. She knows what she's doing, and it is another service that we need. And it is another service that is in service to our well-being. So when you combine these methods on type of having a life coach, then you'll be ready for your millions or whatever your actual desired outcome is.
Yes, sir. Thank you, good brother. On that note, shouts to Perry on the super sticker. Thank you. Thanks on the love, on that dub. So on that note, we gonna see y'all real soon. You know, we might do another show in a few days. You know, we're gonna address a lot of topics too, just cause we gotta service the people. And I know they got a lot of different topics they want, touched on, and we'll get to that. All right. So on that note, y'all have a good night. Appreciate y'all. Gone. Salute to the Rec Mob. Salute to SJ, the whole team. We out, y'all. Peace. Let me run this. Hold on.
Sneak dissing, we don't see the competition. I drop off a ransom note that your art is missing, nigga.
Pay us in full with the money, or she gon' get her fingers clipped off like Lil Sonny, huh?
MRecktv.